Now we're live. Happy Friday, everybody.
Friday. Well, let's do that again.
Okay.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday, everybody.
And happy National Tortilla Chip Day. Now, I was looking for a national day that sounded interesting, and National Tortilla Chip Day was the best thing I could find, and I was like, all right. But then when you came home with from Trader Joe's, it all became clear. Everything made sense. You're like, oh, they gave me this free bag of tortilla chips. I don't know why they did, but that's what they were doing. But now it all makes sense. They were giving away, I don't know if it was just a coincidence or they were giving them away.
They said they had received too many, ordered too many. I don't know why they can't just keep them in the back until they need more. But
well, that was a serendipitous mistake on their part because it's National Tortilla Chip Day, and we're going to try these salsa verde flavored corn tortilla chips. They're gluten free too, which I mean most corn chips are gluten free. So I guess that's just they're just
it's just a happy side effect, huh?
They're just naturally gluten free.
Oh, I guess corn doesn't have gluten in it.
Hopefully we don't have to get John out here to open these chips for us.
There it goes.
Wait for it. That's the look from Napoleon Dynamite, where the guy can't break the DuPont fiber bowl. His wife's disappointed. Well, here we go. Cheers.
Cheers.
No, I'm just kidding. It's not bad.
It's all right. Zesty. I'm going to eat a couple more.
Corny.
For sure.
Okay.
All right. Well, happy National Tortilla Chip Day.
So I was looking at the origins of, oh, you know what? Let me turn this night sky thing off because, and let me make us smaller so everyone can see about National, I'll move this up here too. National Tortilla Chip Day. Every February 24th. Apparently the tortilla chip, or allegedly, all right there?
Yeah, it's good.
Allegedly, the tortilla chip was invented in 1940 by Rebecca Webb Carranza. She repurposed rejected tortillas from the automated line at her workplace.
Wow.
And then it wasn't until 1994 when she received a special Golden Tortilla Award for her exemplary contribution to the food industry.
Was she still alive?
No, that was my first
50,
question.
60, 70, 80. Yeah, I guess that's only 54
Maybe.
years.
It seems like she had to wait a long time to
That's too long
get her
to
award.
wait.
I know. They should have given her an award long before that.
Oh, yeah.
But in 2003, Texas declared the tortilla chip as their official snack. Which made me wonder, does California have an official snack? So I went to Wikipedia, and they have a list of U.S. state foods. So looks like this is a whole thing. I didn't realize this, but some states get way into it more than others. Some states just have like a state fruit or, one food. Some states have like, I'll get to it later. But one state has a whole state meal.
Wow.
So let's see, let's see, Alabama, yada, yada. Alaska doesn't have any state foods.
Come on, Alaska.
I know. So California only has a state nut, at least according to Wikipedia. And there are 4 of them: almond, walnut, pistachio, and pecan. All right, so.
How could you have, okay.
It seems like, California, it's the, the breadbasket of the nation, right? It would seem like we should have more different.
We should have a lot of official foods in California. Seems like we're lagging.
Delaware has like a state herb, state dessert, state fruit, but even so, that pales in comparison to, oh gosh, okay, which one has the state meal? I found this earlier, and now I'm
well, there's only 50 of them.
I'm ruining our life. Oh, here we go. Oklahoma, state meal. Chicken fried steak, barbecued pork, fried okra, squash, cornbread, grits, corn, sausage with biscuits and gravy, black-eyed peas, strawberries, and pecan pie.
That is one hell of a meal.
I know.
You're not walking away from that.
They also have a state fruit, the strawberry, state vegetable, the watermelon, and a state steak, the ribeye. So Oklahoma is really going all out for their state foods.
The state watermelon is a vegetable? I guess it is.
That doesn't make sense. That's not a vegetable. That's a fruit.
Yeah.
It's a fruit.
Seeded.
Yeah. I was a botany major for a couple semesters, and I'm pretty sure that's a fruit. But anyway, the people of Oklahoma, if they want to have watermelon as their state vegetable, then, I guess they can do
my
what they want.
microphone's falling
Oh no.
down into my shirt.
Texas is another one that goes all out. They don't have a state meal, but they have a state dish is chili.
Okay.
State fruit, Texas red grapefruit. State pepper is the jalapeno. They have a state pepper and then a state native pepper.
It's pronounced jalapeno.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Did you get that from Trailer Park Boys?
Yeah.
State vegetable, sweet onion. I guess that's an onion or a vegetable. All right. Okay. So here we go. State snack, tortilla chips and salsa. All right. Well, we shouldn't get probably too bogged down in state snacks and different foods. But anyway, California, you need definitely more state foods on the list.
With all the BS that our legislature gets up to, you'd think they could find their way. Yeah, I mean,
let's do something important here.
Spend a day declaring some vegetables and fruits and stuff.
So if you had to declare a state snack, what would be your favorite snack?
For California?
Yeah.
Wow. California state snack.
Mine might be like some kind of chips with that liquid cheese. And I only eat it at the Super Bowl. Because like you really shouldn't be eating that, but it is good.
I was thinking of chips and guacamole, but
okay. So I would maybe go with like Lay's wavy with the liquid cheese, which isn't really cheese, but I don't care. I like it anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess if I'm thinking about my
guac makes more sense because we grow avocados here. So
yeah. What else do we? We grow. California, they do something subtle like pesto because it has ground up nuts in it.
No, I don't think pesto should be our state snack.
No,
either liquid cheese or guacamole. Okay, we should probably move on now. Let's talk about the market, and let's do this briefly. And again, we're dragging out the old slides from yesterday. So why don't you have a brief recap of what you talked about yesterday on your more in-depth market watch, which you can find on our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube at Edelman Homes. Full report, but let's hear the Cliff's Notes version.
Okay, so yesterday's report, Cliff Notes version, was basically flat from week to week. Slight decrease in the number of homes for sale, and almost identical number of pending sales and an almost identical number of new listings. And that's interesting just in that, the number was so similar week to week. It rarely happens that similarly.
It's like when you went to Trader Joe's and they gave you free tortilla chips on National Tortilla Chip Day.
Yes. And so the week before, I was conjecturing that the number of pending sales was trending down, as was the number of new listings. And I was, sort of musing about whether or not the pending sales would cross below the number of new listings again as it crossed above new listings back here in the middle of January. This is where the market really took off at the beginning of the year. It really did. The number of pending sales just shot up. The number of new listings stayed low, and then pendings crossed over the top of new listings, where they still remain. So I guess in terms of people asking, are prices firm? Are they soft? Are they going up? Are they going down? As long as you got more pending sales than you have new listings, I would say firm or rising prices. And if the pending sales cross down below the new listings and stay there for a few weeks, that could begin to build the number of homes for sale, and it's all supply and demand.
Yes, and what is driving the market now is,
rates.
Of course, once again, interest rates, and they've crept back up again.
They have.
We've had a couple of hot inflation reports lately: the CPI, the PPI, and then today the CEI, Consumer Expenditures Index. They were all a little hotter than we had hoped for. So you know what that means.
Excuse me. I got some of this salsa verde.
Spicy.
It's not that spicy, but it's got some stuck in my
corny
throat.
bits.
Yeah.
Jay Powell is going to come along and rain on our parade.
Yeah, Jay Powell.
Jerome Powell, for those of you who don't have a grudge against the chairman of the Federal Reserve.
It's just like, hey, let's throw some ice water on the real estate market. You know, I hope we can keep rates, you know, in the mid to low sixes, high fives. We need to get rates back there to really have the market kind of healthy, because this 6.5 that you're seeing there, that's a national average. When you get into San Diego County and all the various loan programs and products and loan types, jumbo loans, you know, the purchase prices that we have here in San Diego County, a lot more like 6.8 for most people, yeah. Although VA, FHA, still looking pretty good. So, I mean,
and you can do a rate buy down, other different things. You can do.
that whole, I mean, the rate buy down thing is absolutely true, and it absolutely works. Although people were really not wrapping their heads around it last summer. Hopefully that attitude has shifted as the buyers that are in the marketplace now have never seen rates in the twos and, you know, can only dream about it. So anyway, that's the Cliff Notes version of the market report.
Good. Now let's watch a cat video.
Woo!
Oh, no. This happens every time.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. God. This is Buddy and Bella. We like to grow wheatgrass for them. I'm going to put us over here. So they're enjoying some wheatgrass. I'm not sure why that one blade of grass, the couple blades there, are so much taller than the others.
Buddy doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
He's chomping on it.
Having a good time.
There are probably about 4 people in the whole world who give a rat's you know what about this video, but we're watching it anyway.
I love this video.
Oh.
It's on a loop too. I think it's already looped once. But.
Oh, Bella's the small one who's oh yeah. Buddy's the dominant, the alpha, but
yeah, he's a nice guy though.
He is, but and Bella's losing interest in the grass now. Oh, nope, she's back. All right.
Second time we watched this video. Okay.
All right, palate cleansed.
Let's move along
yes.
now. Okay, so I heard the boom this morning. I more felt it, and you did too. And
I thought for sure it was an earthquake.
And then I went on Reddit because, you know, if you want to know what's happening right now, you can't really go to a news outlet. You have to go to Reddit because there's everybody's there talking about what's happening in real time, and there's all the Reddit sleuths there who are figuring things out. So this is, you know, what happens probably most often when there's a mysterious boom in San Diego, which is a common occurrence.
Yeah.
USGS doesn't report any kind of earthquake activity, nope. And people are looking around and everybody's like, well, maybe it was the military. And then the military is like, well,
it wasn't us.
I don't know, I can't really say. So let's see. So far, a Marine lieutenant at Camp Pendleton says, although he cannot confirm the cause of the recent boom, routine live fire training with high explosive munitions may be heard throughout any time of the day. They can be heard up to 50 miles away. So it seems quite likely it was something that happened at Camp Pendleton. And
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say there's military stuff happening all over. It seems like the loudest stuff that carries the furthest is usually Camp Pendleton, but, you know, who knows?
There also could be things happening on East Miramar. They just don't tell us. I mean,
although, you know, the Reddit reporters were hearing stuff from like La Mesa to Oceanside, so that seems
yeah. I mean, I was sitting on the couch, and being a native Californian and you as well have been through many earthquakes, and oftentimes there are booms and you feel a little shudder or something, and you know that's not an earthquake, that's something else. But this morning I was like, that is an earthquake, because I mean the ground shook for, you know, I felt the ground rolling for a few seconds. It felt like either a very small earthquake or a distant earthquake. But then, yeah, I was refreshing USGS for 30 minutes and nothing popped up in Southern California anywhere. So it had to be something else. And man, that's got to be a big explosive that can shake the ground like that.
Well, I hope the folks that were nearby had good ear protection, because
I hope so.
That was loud.
And man, that would have been fun to shoot whatever gun made that.
Somebody's got a good story to tell well, they probably can't tell their friends. Maybe their military buddies.
Yeah, they can tell somebody sometime.
I would tell you if I got to shoot that, even if I wasn't supposed to. I'd be like, guess what?
Guess what I shot? It was a 200 millimeter cannon.
That's why I'm not in the military. I can't keep my mouth shut. Okay, so let's move on. So there's a new world record holder at the Wild Animal Park.
Oh, look at
And
how
I know
cute.
we are not supposed to call it that. It's called something else, but you know, I still call it the Wild Animal Park. So it's the world's oldest living mouse in human care.
Oh yeah, I saw this. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cute little guy or gal. I'm not sure. Let's see.
They.
Yeah. Oh, Pat, they're called Pat. Too. For those of us who didn't grow up in the 80s, you might not know the Saturday Night Live sketch with
It's Pat. Yeah.
But, okay, so Pat is 9.5 years old, and Pat is a Pacific pocket mouse.
Wow.
And officially certified by Guinness World Records as a really old mouse.
9.5 years.
Yeah,
Huh?
that's
Good for you, Pat.
yeah, good job. Is there a there's another picture.
Look at
of
Pat.
So cute, Pat.
Man, that's an old mouse.
It's an old mouse. Pocket mice are native to a small stretch of the Southern California coast. Today they've disappeared from many of their endemic ecosystems.
Of course they have.
All right. Well, whatever I can do to help Pat and Pat's folks, you know, I'm gonna look into it.
Go pocket
Yes,
mouse.
Go pocket mouse.
Those pocket mice will be here long after we're gone.
I hope so.
They will.
Oh, native seeds. That's cute.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Pocket mouse. Super cute. Okay. So Legoland has a new display, or they're about to have a new display. And all these ads. Close ad. Okay. It's a model of Petco Park at Legoland. You know how there's that one section of Legoland
Yes.
that has all the buildings? There's like buildings from Las Vegas and you know other stuff.
Oh, yes.
Well, it seems like they maybe should have already had Petco Park, but they're rectifying that by now making Petco Park. So I'm gonna make it a little smaller. There we go. Okay, so let's get some slides here. So here's some people from Legoland working on it.
Man, I got to tell you, I hate Legoland, but I really like the models they have
It's
there.
like very detailed. Okay, well that was you know, we probably shouldn't have confessed that, but I agree with you. We've been to Legoland a couple times, and you know, just to qualify, we did have little kids with us,
And I shouldn't say I hate it.
Sometimes when you're going places with little kids, you don't have the experience that you were hoping to have. And our Legoland experiences were, you know, maybe not as great as some other people's just because of the circumstances of the day.
Well,
But that place where they have the, go ahead.
no, you go ahead. The place.
The place where the exhibit with the there's like a, I forget which tower it is in Las Vegas, but they have the models of the different buildings and different architectural stuff. That's my favorite. Is that what you were going to say?
No, I was going to say any of you out there that might ever watch this who have children, offspring, kids, teens, whatever, when they were little, you know you took them somewhere and you were expecting to have a great time, and then you had to park really far away. You had to drag the stroller, the diaper bag, maybe 2 strollers.
Somebody's having a meltdown because you brought the blue cup and not the green cup.
Right, or they, you know, one of their shoes fell off, or they left it in the car. Whatever. There's always a problem. Shoes are a problem.
Shoes.
I think if you like rank top 10 toddler issues, shoes have got to be like right up at the top.
Always something with the shoes.
Something going on with the
socks. Socks are a problem too.
The shoe is untied. The shoe fell off. I forgot the shoe. I lost the shoe. You know.
I don't want to wear the shoes.
Right. I don't like these shoes.
It's taking like 12 minutes to put the shoes on and you're already late. But anyway, okay, so the organizers of this thing say it took builders 1,200 hours to construct and 150,000 bricks.
That's a lot.
Yeah, so honestly, I can't say that I'm going to go see this, but I might someday.
Yeah, I'd like to see it.
And if I were going to go to Legoland, this would be the first thing I would go see is the Lego Petco Park.
Well, yeah. I'd go to Legoland like on a really off day.
Can I have one of your chips?
Oh yeah, they're good.
Maybe like if it was raining and just a little bit, you could wear a rain poncho.
Yeah.
And
That's also the best time to go to Disneyland when it's raining.
yeah. Okay, so Legoland Petco Park. That's good.
Remember when they were building Petco Park?
I do, yeah. Yeah, it seems like a long time ago. And
It
I guess
was.
it was. Before that, we would just go to Qualcomm, which used to be Jack Murphy and now is bulldozed, and Snapdragon Stadium is on that. But
Yep, haven't been there yet.
Okay, so bird watchers in San Diego are excited because robins have been flocking to San Diego for the first time. And I think this headline is a little bit misleading because we always have some robins, but you would hardly ever see them. But now they're like all over the place. And if you, again, I'm talking about Reddit, but if you go to Reddit, people are like, what is this bird? They're all over my yard. Everybody's excited about all the robins that are in San Diego right now.
These chips are really growing on me.
So nobody seems to know exactly why robins are all over San Diego right now, but they are. And I was on a walk the other day and I counted a tree with 19 robins in it. It was kind of hard because some were coming and some were going, so there may have been more, but there were definitely at least 19 robins in this tree.
Are they red-breasted robins or what
I
kind
think that's the only kind.
Oh.
I don't know if there are any other kinds of robins, but these definitely have red breasts. They're kind of a larger bird. But yeah, they're
Really?
all over. Yeah.
I always thought they were small.
Well,
I
they're
just
bigger
assumed-
than the little finches and sparrows that hang out in the yard.
Okay.
The robin is a kind of complex species, this person says. The flocks move about nomadically to exploit fruiting trees. Once they strip a tree of its fruit, then they'll move on. So anyway, if you
That's what I'd do.
strip the tree and move on.
That's what I would do.
Anyway, if you see some robins, you know, you're not alone and it's cool.
Nice.
All right, well, I'm going to eat these chips. And do you have anything you want to talk about?
Well, I wish I'd thought of this. I just thought of this as we were scrolling through these news stories. I wish I'd thought of it.
Sorry.
I wish I'd thought of it before so we could pull it up. But there was a story in the news over...
If you want to Google it, you can. You want to Google it?
Yeah, let's
All
see.
right,
Let's see if I can find it.
let's-
Because there was a story about how the tax assessor was auctioning off a bunch of properties. And the news outlet that was running the story was like, you know, you could grab a real bargain on a property because they're auctioning.
No, you can't.
Yeah, exactly. They're auctioning off over 500 properties. Let's see here. San Diego tax assessor auction.
This is a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I'm trying to see.
Is that the same shirt you wore last week?
This? No. Last week I wore.
Oh, I was wearing a Cabo San Lucas shirt last week.
I was
Okay.
wearing my
All
Rush shirt.
That's true.
Oh, here we go. This is it. So, you see this headline: County to auction 421 delinquent properties.
Oh my.
That's a lot of property, right? This Times of San Diego story is probably not even as sensational. The News 8 story is the one that really irritated
Dan
me.
McAllister. How long has that guy been the tax assessor?
I don't know. Is he even real?
Do you want to? Should we make a smaller? Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like just an AI or something.
One time I met Ernest Dronenberg, who is the recorder, the county
Oh, yeah,
recorder.
okay.
So I met him in person. He was
So you know he's a real person.
yes, he was a little old man with a bow tie.
Nice.
Yeah.
People don't go with bow ties as much anymore.
No,
That
you don't
bold
see that too
statement.
often.
Often.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
option often.
Thank you. Yeah. So anyway, this is like improv end of
Is there going to be an angry rant?
a little bit.
Okay. I feel
Maybe-
like we've sold a house that looks exactly like that.
Oh
before.
yeah, this looks exactly. In fact, this looks like the house on Sparrow Avenue in Rancho Penasquitos. But there are probably thousands and thousands of homes in San Diego County that look just like this. They were built between 1972 and 74 by Pardee Homes.
Yeah, there's a lot in Mira Mesa like that too, right?
Mira Mesa, Penasquitos, out in Calavo Gardens, out there off of 94 in La Mesa. I mean, there's all sorts of neighborhoods around San Diego with the Pardee home. And this particular elevation, I believe it's about a 1,600 square foot 4-bedroom house. Anyway,
So what's the deal?
that's an aside.
Okay.
But yes, I mean, we've sold at least 1 or 2 homes that look just like that.
Well, times 10
you
or
are
20,
right.
but okay.
Okay, so, you know, you see this headline and you're like, holy crap, 421 properties for sale. And then, you know, it starts off, you know, with soaring home prices out of reach for so many home buyers, some are turning to county auctions to find bargain properties.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, if only I could do that. Every year, the county auctions off properties that are in default for unpaid taxes. And this year,
Okay.
there are 421. Okay, so far we're
I'm
like,
looking ahead at the next sentence,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want one of those.
Right. So far, we are just like, holy crap, there are bargain properties out there.
Where do we go? Where do we sign?
And then, the real story is these include more than 50 residential and commercial properties. So there are 50 residential and commercial properties.
And
300 timeshares
What?
and 70 undeveloped parcels of land. So 370 of the 421 are either timeshares or undeveloped parcels of land.
Okay.
So, yeah, you could really grab yourself up a bargain on a timeshare.
Most of them are timeshares.
Holy,
I don't know. There's all kinds of like fees and
can you imagine
overcharges.
Can you imagine getting a property tax bill for a timeshare? I'd want to hang myself. I didn't even know that you had to pay property taxes on a timeshare.
They probably don't tell you that at the presentation.
Probably
either.
not. Anyway, so as is often the case, the headline is very sensational and you think, holy crap, what's going on here? And then you find out that of all these 421 properties, 50 are residential and commercial and 300 are timeshares. And then, now is the time you should start looking around for deals that might be there, said Dan McAllister. What a statement. Now is the time you should start looking around for deals that might be there. That is packed full of information. Thank you, Dan. And I'm sure they called him and asked him some questions and just sort of lifted this quote out of nowhere. There are some good values and good bargains, but you have to hunt for them. You have to look at them. You have to do it with a knowledgeable eye. Also, you have to have cash, and you're not going to get a residential property for a bargain. You're going to get it at market value because,
it's going to be market value.
I get like 14 calls a week from contractors that are saying, do you have any off-market deals? And if they, if they knew about, if this was real, they wouldn't be calling me. Anyway, he goes on to talk about, how they're run down, and some people get divorced, some people lose a spouse, some
people will to their children. The children didn't pay the taxes.
Oh my God. There's nobody, I guarantee you, there is not one viable single-family dwelling where somebody is getting it auctioned because they didn't pay the taxes. Anyway.
All right. Well, I guess it depends on what your definition of viable is.
Right, exactly. So if all of the county is looking to bring in $5 million to the general fund, buyer beware, it's important to look at these things with a microscope. Sure, what you see is what you're going to get. Bidding starts March 10th and runs through March 15th. So basically, if there are any viable single family or condos or anything like that, you're going to be competing with every investor.
They're going to get bid up to market value for cash buyers.
If it's a piece of crap property that needs a ton of work, it's going to sell for less. And if it, the bottom line is you would have to be completely brain dead as a property owner to let it go to a tax auction versus just selling it in this particular market.
Maybe you got a lot going on.
Oh yeah, you got a lot going on, so much so that you're willing to flush a couple of $100,000 down the toilet. All right, anyway.
That was a good point. I feel like maybe we should stop.
Yeah, I'm off into the weeds because yes, it turned into
We're going to get an angry call from Dan McAllister's assistant.
I don't blame Dan McAllister. The News 8 called him up. They're like, we're desperate for a story, man. Please give us a quote.
And you know how it is. You've been on News 8 a bunch of times about the golf course development by our house and stuff because you're the community council chairman. And they always take what you said and kind of twist it around and make it sound, weird and stupid.
Yes, they slice and dice it.
Yes.
Anyway.
Okay, well, I want to eat some more of these chips.
All right.
So
we got to be done. Got to be done. I want everybody to have a phenomenal weekend. Get out there, enjoy yourself. It's probably going to be a little blustery and rainy.
Or stay inside and enjoy yourself, whatever
you know
like to do.
I'm really hoping that, I'm hoping it will be a little bit rainy and to get out there. I wish I had some boots. I got to get some boots maybe. Get out there in Penasquitos Canyon and see the water.
Oh, Penasquitos Canyon is closed this weekend because of the storm.
I'm sneaking out there.
Yeah,
I don't encourage that.
Don't say that.
All right, okay.
We might or might not be in Penasquitos Canyon, regardless of whether it's closed.
All right, and now the time has come to say goodbye.
Okay, well, happy National Tortilla Day.
Tortilla Chip Day.
Oh, National Tortilla Chip Day.
Go to Trader Joe's and ask them for your free bag.
That's right. Hope you all have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time.
See you later.